Alright guys, all days passed back in Heart of the Swarm, 6 months to Masters, and we're going to do one more of these and then I'm going to go to bed because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So we just watched this TvT versus Sephiroth, which was a win. I haven't figured out how to do the clock thing just yet, so I think I can download a custom UI for when I do my replays, so I'm going to look into that over the next couple of days to see if I can't throw something together or find a nice one that I want to download. So this one's going to be another TvT versus Razor on Derelict Watcher. And we're both bronze players. Razor, and I'm going to do this. I did something. Let's see. How to do. You got to keep pushing it to zoom in. So anyway, I figured to zoom a little bit here, which is awesome. So Shift U, Control N. All right. Red Terran, bottom left. Blue Terran, upper right. This is me. Have fun, good luck, all that good jazz. And again, just to recap, typical 3 racks build. Queue him up to go and scout when he is done. Do the barracks dance. Get my barracks down. Get him back to work. Get the gas. And just continue getting up. So, instead of walling, he just gets his barracks over here, which, no big deal. You don't have to wall if you don't feel you need to. And he goes for a quick command center. And he is building a Marine out of this. And I don't get why we have to attack these. You can. I see a lot of the pro players doing it. So then he goes 3 racks after command center. Gets a 4th racks going now. They're all naked racks. He's not really making anything out of them. He gets a reactor there, tech lab there. That's actually backwards, but whatever. And I've got three Marines, 3 Marauders. He's got 1. The Army supply is definitely in my favor. He's catching up a bit because he's got 4 racks, 2 tech labs, and 2 reactors. So he's going to go Marine, Marauder, looks like. And he's getting double E-base early so he can get his 1-1 started right away, which is pretty effective. And pause. So, at this point in the game, you guys know it's about that time. I'm moving over with my initial push. He is down at his expansion, protecting it. He's just now getting workers, got a couple mules dropped on there. So, we'll watch the engagement happen at ×2 speed. The initial engagement, anyway. My guys run up, stim, and I managed to kill his bit of an army. Start attacking the orbital command. He continues to bring units down as I continue to try and kill this off. Continue to run units across the map to support this, so I want to take his expansion out as soon as possible because I have not expanded yet, and I want to get more of a little more on an even keel with the economy. So I managed to finally kill that off. He does land a mule to try and repair it, but it's not in time. So I have my bit of an army, and I poke up into his main. See, there's a bit too much for me to take that out. Run down. We have another engagement here. I poke back up just to see what's going on. Try and take out a little bit of his tech. He does pop out 1 Marauder. So I'm taking out the tech lab so he doesn't get any more Marauders. Kill this little bit of an army here. No, not the entire army. So continue running in more units. And he's just running more and more units out here. So I know, I can keep running in. I'm continuously harassing here. Making units behind it. Not macroing much behind this as I should be. I am getting a starport down. My factory has to be here somewhere. There it is. Back there so I can get siege tanks. There's a starport. A couple SCVs just dancing around with one another. How do I zoom in on these guys? I know there's some way of doing it. Anyway, let's go back over here. Let's pause it, back it up just a little bit. Okay, so let's get back into it. Play. And he's got enough units now that I'm getting a little bit concerned. So instead of just continuously poking in, I need to build up. So I have some units down here. Stim, kill what he brings down. Run in again. And again, just continuous harassment. Keeping, I have enough money to continuously support this. He does get a mule on that barracks to try and repair it, but, oh, he saves it. Look at how low that HP went. But he managed to save this barracks. That was pretty nice. I got to give him credit on getting that done. So his units are now 1-1, whereas my units are 1-0. So I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here. I do have more units, but not a lot more units. And with him being 1-1, he's at a bit of an advantage. So he's scanning to see what kind of army he's coming up against. And the only reason I survived that is because I had a little bit more than he did. I got 15 more Marines coming across the map. He's got nothing at the moment. So, really, ideally, I should have ran in. I do have a second base that I am finally starting to macro out of. I need to get that turned into an orbital as soon as possible. I'm getting my tanks out now, and my medevacs are on the way. My units are now 1-1, and I should have 2-2 going behind this. I do not. I do have the armory, and I'm lacking on the upgrades again. So his army has cleaned up my army once again. And now I am parked outside of his ramp, so he's gaining ground. His units are still 1-1. He's getting his tanks out and sieged up. Right now I'm way ahead on economy, way more SCVs, more medevacs. He has no medevacs whatsoever. I only have one tank, which I ran up there. Well, one of my tanks, I ran up there to siege. And unfortunately that did not work because he already has a siege tank here. So I'm starting to get a little bit worried at this point that, I'm going to run into another siege issue. And stupidly, my starport was, let's see if I fixed it. Nope, my starport is waypointed beyond his planetary fortress here. So those two medevacs were just free kills. Here you go. So hopefully on the next couple that come out here, I'm able to grab them before they get to that point. But I'm up to 44 Marines now, 2 tanks, 6 medevacs. So it's mainly Marine tank at this point. Not nearly enough tanks. But I do have quite a bit bigger army. Still 1-1. Let's check his army. He is still 1-1 as well. He's pretty much mined out here. He does have a bit of an economy going here, but as you can see by the supply right now, I'm supply blocked, as is he. So he scans me to see what I got out here, and he sees quite an army. Here comes a Viking. Free kill. Stupid waypoint. So I siege up a tank, get some high ground vision, and he pulls back, so I bump this guy up a little bit, a little more high ground vision. Not quite close enough. Bring up another tank. And that tank can see that tank, so see if I can get a little more hits. The engagement comes. I push in, and I trade pretty well there, as well as can be expected. But then he does this. He does the, I'm going to repair my planetary with all my SCVs. So I'm like, crap, I got to try and attack these SCVs. So I start trying to attack them. But his planetary just chews my army up. I have 26 more Marines streaming across the map. So it's just going to be a matter of get here, get a siege tank in position. Unfortunately, he has a few units that burns that up pretty quickly. I try to push in on the planetary again. My army dies again. I have more Marines. Here come 17 more Marines running across the map. Getting out in front, healing up what I have left. And he's just holding back, trying to get up some army. He pushes a little. I do manage to kill his heals, which is nice. He moves his tank forward just a little bit. Gets a couple more medevacs. Heals up his units a bit. But, again, you can see I'm just ahead. I just need to kill this thing. So, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just get a lot of Marines. As many as I can get. Here come a whole bunch more. 41 Marines now. Some tanks. And I'm going to just push a big stim in. And just try to kill this thing. So, here comes the stim in. And just start burning this thing down as best I can. He starts repairing it. Here comes the second wave of units. kill off that tank and just start trying to focus fire this as best I can. And again, I'm repelled by tanks. I have this tank over here and this tank over here because he has no units to repel this. Finally able to start killing this. He doesn't pull back to repair. Now he gets into repair, but he has no minerals. He's unable to save this from my army. He does get a little bit of a repair in. I need to get some units in there and kill this thing. I'm gonna kill it. I'm telling you right now, a little bit of a spoiler. I'm gonna kill this freaking planetary fortress. This tank's just hammering away at it as best he can. Another 50 Marines gonna push in here. And he doesn't have the minerals to keep this thing repaired. So he finally runs out of minerals. It burns down and poof, finally. Good game is called, and he leaves. So those damn planetaries and that SCV repair ability is just crazy. So that was a bit of a long one. We'll go into one more replay here. But that's another good win on the 3 Rex build, which you guys are seeing. And again, that's primarily what I'm doing. So if you guys are getting bored watching these and listening to me talk about what I'm doing, feel free to let me know, and I'll just pick out, games that I really felt I did well in or learned something from. Otherwise, I'm just going to pretty much just run through all of these.